Today's society and working culture tried to squeeze me into a box that I simply just don't fit in. And unfortunately, at this moment, I've never felt more out of place. And if you feel this way, stick around for this video. Let's talk about it. So, what's this box I bring up? The box I talk about is the expectation that's set by society, that's set by the working culture. Maybe it's your friends, your family, about this pressure to feel like you need to get this 9 to 5 to be successful. They sold you the idea that stability equals success. In today's world, I don't think that's always the case. So, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here, but I am working a 9 to 5 job right now. But oftentimes, you need these 9 to 5 jobs for an extended period of time to get to where you want to go. If you're a creative mind like me and you want to be an entrepreneur, you need the 9 to 5s to get some stability, and you can work and use that money to build your business in the background. And then eventually the goal is to leave the 9 to 5 and to run your business. I know it's super cut and dry if you listen to entrepreneurs talk about that, but it really is a long grind, and it's a lot harder than just showing up, because you need to show up, but you also are like showing up and your brain is killing you and you're feeling numb and uninspired because you're like, why am I here? I could be doing so much other things. I know that feeling so well, but just push through it. I want to talk about my experience with that. You're going to have to grind it out. The 9 to 5 game is hard, especially if you're a really big creative mind and you really want to do other things with your life instead of being at the same place for 30 years. That was something that really killed me, but you need to push through it, because if you have like ideas like a business or something you want to get into, it's probably hidden behind a bunch of money that you need to have, or you need to be able to get a loan. And if you want to get that loan, you're going to need a W-2 to get that. And in my case, I really loved real estate. I had a passion for real estate. I really want to get into the rental business. I am trying to get into the flip business right now, but to get into the rental business, I needed to purchase some property, and I couldn't purchase the property without getting a W-2. So I reached out to a local university that was in my town, and I got a job with them, and it was a really good job. So if you're in a 9 to 5 right now, maybe that you're trying to grind out so you can build some money that you're not messing with, and maybe it's just a bad boss or maybe not a good fit, maybe look towards the university. And I could talk about that in a different video, but I had a lot of fun there. I was able to talk to people. I can stay social. I was able to make an impact on people because I was helping students with certain things, but that was a good one I was into. It was tolerable enough for me to be at it for over a year in order to get that W-2 so I can, get a mortgage on my first property. But if maybe it's not real estate, maybe it's like a food truck, or maybe it's, some other business that you're trying to get into. Maybe you're any sort of business. I can't even, think of how many there are, but if that's something you want to get into, maybe you're going to need a loan. So you need to push through wherever you are right now, or maybe you've been there for a while and maybe you have a good credit score and you can do it right now. So go to the bank and see what you can do. And if you can get that loan right now, go shoot for your business and go shoot for the stars, because you only live once. And it's crazy because people come up to me and they ask, well, what's the deal with it? Like, why do you want to juggle all these things? Why do you want to do all these extra things? And isn't that stressful? Well, it's because I love to do it. And when I think about a 9 to 5 and the culture behind it, I just get scared of being at this one place for like 30 years. It just doesn't excite me. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't get that feeling in my mind. When I was at my 9 to 5 at the university, a couple months in, I was like, oh my God, like, how do people do this for so long? And I get some people just get comfortable, and that's like the main word in this situation. But people ask, and they go, I don't really have anything going for me. I want to start a business. I don't have anything going for me. And I ask them, how long have you been at your job for? And they go, well, I've been here for 5 years. I got a great credit score. I've saved up $20,000 in cash. I go, oh my God, you can do whatever you want to do right now. They're like, what are you talking about? And they don't have like the knowledge to know that, if they want to get into the real estate game and get rentals or get a flip, like they can do that right now. Their superpower is the ability to stay at a job for a long time. I mean, my superpower might be expressing creativity and juggling all the things I want to get into, but I look at these people and I say, oh my God, if you can be at this place for this many years and this long, that's awesome. The fact that you were able to grind that out, you've just leveraged so much time, and you can mortgage that for your future. You can get into something that can generate you passive income for a long time. So use that to your advantage, because it's hard for me to stay at a job for even like 6 months, and these people are there for like 6 years. So it's just funny. And I'm not trying to shit on 9 to 5s entirely, because I have friends that are at 9 to 5s and they really love what they do. Some are making like over $100,000 a year. They're in sales, they travel, they have a lot of time off, they can spend times with their family. When they come home, they can just block out the noise. When they come home, they can just simply, turn their phones off, turn everything off. And I know it's not like that for everyone's 9 to 5, because they get emails, at any time in the night. But some people can just come home, play the video game, spend time with their family, their significant other, and they can just chill. And sometimes that sounds beautiful, but it's the fact that you have to do the first part. You got to go to work for those 5 or 6 days, and then you can gracefully spend that next 8 hours of your life with what you want to do. It's just those first 8-9 hours and the commute and all that extra stuff that just doesn't settle with me. And I'm super sporadic with my life, and I understand if you're probably watching that you feel that way. It's just tough to be somewhere for 30 years and get those feelings. And I want to tackle so many things on my bucket list. There's so many things I want to achieve and do, and I just feel like it's so hard behind, like a 30 year or even a 40-year window. I know some people have been at their jobs for, and if you've been there at a place for a long time, I mean, I'm an advocate for getting out and trying new things. If you want, I mean, talk with it over your wife or whatever, and see what happens, because it's definitely a big choice and a big step, but I think it can be very beneficial and very rewarding in the future to have that free time, because you're only here for so long. And I heard this thing where you pretty much sleep a third of your life and you work a third, and the other third is whatever you want to do with it. And some people spend time watching YouTube, some people spend time watching movies or playing video games, and that's just not enough time. I'd rather have time with my family and juggling these things, because I feel like I'd feel like I'd have more time juggling a bunch of different things than I just spending 8, 9, 10 hours at a job. I know that doesn't really make much sense, but I'm here for like the passive stuff. I'm trying to invest in like the real estate, the passive stuff, not like, a business that's going to consume, like 80 hours of my life. But if you love that, go for it. It's just, I'm rambling at this point, but I don't know. I'm just an advocate for that. I know the 9 to 5 culture is safe and secure, and other people are trying to make you feel guilty for leaving it because, maybe that company took a swing on you and they don't want to make you, you don't want to feel guilty for leaving it. But go chase your dreams. If you have big dreams like I do and you're super creative, maybe take a chance and get out of it for a little bit. And if you've been there for a while, if you want to get into real estate, you take a chance and get a loan and get into real estate and see what it can do for you. Or maybe it's a business or something else. Or I had a used car dealership for a while. Maybe you want to start selling cars. It wasn't a huge barrier to entry to get into that either. So there's a lot of things you can do on the side. You can flip furniture. I don't know. There's so many things you can do. So thank you for tuning in. I got a new mic, so if you hear the new sound quality, thanks for sticking around. I hope it sounds a lot better, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.